Hi, this is Kathy from Craft with Kathy. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you had a great weekend and a nice Monday. Got a cute little project tonight that I'd love to show you. Perfect for the holidays. And once I learn how to type here, I just trying to get something set up and my fingers are just stumbling over each other. Project tonight is perfect for the Christmas holiday, and it is called Reindeer Crossing. And it is this adorable little transfer. And I'm going to do it on this whitewash tag. Oops, let me get things a little bit. I'm a little thrown. I'm vertical instead of horizontal. That doesn't seem quite right. Okay, I'll roll with it, right? Anyway, this is the transfer that I'm going to use this evening, and to create this cute little tag, perfect for a door. This tag is 9.5 by 12 inches. 9 inches wide, 12 inches long. And I'm going to use 3 different color pastes. I'm going to use chalk paste. It is not paint. It is not like acrylic paint. It's paint. I'm sorry. It is actually made from paste, from chalk paste. And I'm going to use a transfer. This is not a stencil. It's kind of like a stencil, but let me tell you how it's a little bit different. The teal portion is made out of vinyl. What you're seeing through the white area, you're actually seeing through the transfer to its little carrier or backer sheet. And this is silk screen. And I'm going to apply paste over the transfer, push it through the silk screen with a little squeegee, and it is going to go through the silk screen onto the tag beneath it. The silk screen gives this beautiful definition of the image and the wording, and it makes it quick, easy. And our transfers are adhesive backed and reusable 8 to 12 times or more. So it makes for a nice economical way of creating your own signs with a lot of variety. And basically a quick and easy, right? Our transfers can be used on wood. This is painted wood. They can be used on metal, glass, mirror, cloth or fabric, ceramics, pretty much anything that I would say burlap could be a little iffy just because there's so much air, space between the threads that the image might not really come out the best way. But pretty much any type of surface, other than I would not put it on silicone or rubber that would be flexible that you'd be moving, because it's chalk paste, and if you move it and crack it and bend it or whatever or roll it, it's going to flake off. You can use our chalk paste with our transfers, or you can actually use another product that we have that's called ink. And the ink is permanent. When you use the paste on many surfaces, you could just wipe it off, spritz it with a little bit of water, and use a paper towel and reuse the surface. Not so much on wood, because wood is porous, and the pigments from the paste could actually be absorbed into the wood. So it's wood is a little bit iffy. You might have to paint it or sand it or whatever. Hi Deb, how you doing? So with that said, I'm going to wax my wood, and I'll explain why I want to wax the wood. This is our finishing wax, or our surface wax. And I wax the wood, first of all, to protect my transfer, because remember I said they're adhesive backed. I wouldn't want to pull up some paint or a splinter or anything like that on the back of the transfer, because remember these are reusable. So I want to keep the back as sticky as possible to reuse it over and over, because they're reusable 8 to 12 times or more. And the other reason is I want to create a little bit a bit of a barrier on the wood so that if I make a mistake, I can correct it by wiping it off before it actually has time to dry on the wood. So by putting a little layer of wax on the wood, I create that barrier so that my paste doesn't soak in, or the pigment from the paste doesn't soak in quite as quickly, and also to help protect my transfer from lifting up paint or a splinter or anything like that. So I'm just rubbing in the paste. You don't have to wait for it to dry. Rub it in and then basically just rub it off. And that's about it for waxing. How simple and easy was that, right? Now I did previously give this wood a little bit of sanding. I just used a little sponge or a little block sander and went over it. It's usually, our wood's usually pretty nice and smooth, but I thought just in case. Okay, so I'm going to take this transfer out of its packaging. All of our transfers come in little cellophane envelopes. So I'm going to take it out of its little envelope. And we're going to get moving on this sign. Now, before I actually apply the transfer to the wood, I want to do something that's called fuzzing. And fuzzing is the act of actually deliberately minimizing the adhesiveness of the transfer. You might say, why would you want to do that? On some surfaces, especially if they are non-porous like metal, glass, mirror, etc., or our magnetic Aden boards, it's very smooth surface. The transfer can stick so tightly that it's difficult to lift it up. So all we do is use our little fuzzing towel, and if you don't have a fuzzing towel, you could use a regular towel or a shirt or a sweater or a pair of jeans, and all we want to do is apply a little lint to it. Now I'm pulling this off of its backer. See, the adhesive side is shiny. The transfer of the carrier sheet, one side is glossy. The glossy side always goes against the adhesive, and the other side is dull. So I'm pulling this off of the carrier sheet, putting it down on my fuzzing cloth, and then lifting it up. And all I'm doing is picking up a little bit of lint in order to diminish the adhesiveness a teeny bit before I apply it. And that's it to fuzzing. No big mystery there. And then when we clean this transfer up, we will remove the lint and rejuvenate the adhesive. Easy peasy. So I'm going to eyeball this. I'm leaving some room at the top for a bow. And then I want to make sure that it's straight. So let me take a little peek at that. It's a little crooked. Let me lift it up again and get it a little straighter here. I'm just kind of measuring side to side and then making sure my margin at the bottom is straight. Okay, then I'm going to smooth it down from the inside out, from the center out, making sure I don't have any air bubbles underneath my silk screen. And that's pretty much it for the application. Now, let me show you how we apply the paste. Woo. I think I'm going to start with our Candy Apple Red. And I'm going to do Reindeer Parking in the red. And I'm just applying it, pushing it through the silk screen, removing any lines that I might be creating. My paste is actually a little thick, and generally what I would do is I would have thinned this before I applied it, and I probably should have done that. Sometimes your paste thickens up because it's made from chalk, obviously, and it can dry out and thicken up, and then all you do to thin it down or get it to the proper consistency is add a spritz of distilled water to it. Oops, here we go. And mix it up. You want the consistency to be between yogurt and sour cream. I want to make sure that I got all the silkscreen covered here. I've got a little clump of dried paste there. Let me get that out of there. Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. Okay, smooth this out, remove any excess, put the excess back in the jar. I want to get that little top part. I'm going to lift this and take a look where I have that clump, a little flake of paste is down there, and I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to lift this up and check it out. Okay, that came out very nicely. There is a technique called the paste and peel method, and basically what you do is you paste part of it, lift it up, let it dry for a few seconds, and then put the transfer down and continue with another area. And I thought, just because this paste seems so dry, you could tell it's not real soft like yogurt would be or sour cream. It was a little too dry. I should have thinned it up before I used it. So I thought, let me do the paste and peel so that I don't have any issue with it drying in the silk screen. So I'm going to put this back down, smooth down my one night only area. I'm going to chalk this in black. I'm going to do up on the house top in black, and I'm going to do the reindeer and Santa's sleigh in gold. So let me grab my gold, and we'll do Santa and the reindeer, or the sleigh and the reindeer first. And I don't have any stir sticks here, but oops, I'm going to use my little tool to stir this up. Whoops. And this is a little thick. I was using these last week and I left the cover off, so I'm putting a little bit of distilled water inside, stirring it up. If you put too much distilled water and it's too thin, then just leave the cover off and let it dry a little bit and then use it. So this is getting, I think, a good consistency, maybe a little bit too thick. Let me add a little bit more water, stir this up a little bit more, and then we'll do the next portion. And this is our shimmer paste. This is my gold shimmer. It's not quite like glitter, but it does, ooh, I'm making a big mess, aren't I? It does give a kind of a shine and a sparkle when you use it. So grab my little squeegee here. Yeah, that's better, whoops, better consistency there. So just over the sleigh, over the reindeer, smooth it out, remove any excess, make sure I've got everything covered really nice here, and put the excess back in the jar. And let me clean my fingers for a moment and cover this up. Oops, there we go. Wasn't sure if I had the right cover. Okay. Grab a paper towel. Isn't this a cute transfer? Perfect for Christmas. You know, generally, Deb, I do stir my paste before I use it. I didn't today. A lot of times I could tell just by looking at it and know that it's fine, or I've used it very recently and I just kind of jumped on in today and I should have stirred it, because that would have given me a heads up right then and there, and I didn't. Okay, I'm going to stir up my black here. And I'm using a little multi-tool here, which one side is good for getting around the edges or the rims of your jars of paste. The other is kind of like a mini squeegee. And I'm going to use that right here to get my small lettering. Wipe it all off. And I'm going to get the lettering at the bottom with the multi-tool too. I could use a mini squeegee or even a small squeegee, but I had this handy, so I figured, why not, right? Grab a little bit more paste. There we go. Kind of get rid of my lines here. Scrape off my excess. There we go. And put it back in my jar. Oops. How's that for quick and easy? Now I'm going to lift the transfer. You always want to lift from the top or the bottom, the left or the right. Never pull and tug on the diagonal, because remember, our transfer is made out of silk screen and vinyl, and it'd be kind of like fabric, so if you tug or pull on it, you could actually stretch it. Now I noticed here I missed the very top of the G. I didn't see it. See if I've got enough paste to actually get that there. I think I got it. Let me lift that up again and take another look at it. There, it looks good. Oh, look at that sleigh, and look at that pretty little reindeer. The top of the red is missing. The top of the red is missing. Okay, Deb, on the top of the red is missing. It's actually there, but I've got a little bit of red that just, I don't know if I went off the transfer or what there. Whoops, just got my fingers right into the paste on the transfer. Let me clean that up. And I've got, jeez. Of course, I had to do it with the black. Let me clean this up and get rid of the red at the top here. I don't know if this is what you're talking about or not. No, because of me waxing it, that came up fine. But my letters for the top of reindeer and parking are intact. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. The first E.
Yeah, there.
You know what? It is fully there. It really is there. It's just the E's have a very thin line up at the top. I don't know if this makes it a little bit clearer. Okay, I'm going to set this aside to dry. And I'm going to clean my transfer. Now, normally I would run this over to a sink, run it underneath cool water, and wash off the paste. But I don't have a camera over at the sink, so instead I'm going to just give this a little bit of spritz with water and use my board eraser to clean it. And this is a board eraser. I've cut it in pieces already. Let me just kind of wet it. And it's really good for getting the paste off of your transfers, and also reducing the staining of the transfer. I'm using some very highly pigmented paste tonight, the candy apple red and the black, and they have a tendency to stain the transfer. So by using my board eraser, I'm going to diminish that, and I'm going to grab a disinfecting wipe and wipe off some of the excess right now. Much easier in a sink, seriously, but I want you to see how to basically clean the transfer. Yeah, usually I have a little bucket, and there hasn't been much room on my table for the bucket, so I don't use that anymore during my lives. But I think in this case, with these colors, I probably should have. Okay, let me get some of this mopped up because there was quite a bit of paste left on the transfer and in the silk screen. We'll get this cleaned up a little bit better. Someone remind me the next time I use red and black together to definitely have a pail over here for cleaning instead of trying to clean it on my surface. So I've got a little bit of staining of the surface, but it in no way impacts the usability of this transfer. It's just not as pretty and spanking clean and brand new as it was when I started. And this transfer happens to be November's Club Couture transfer. If you're not familiar with Club Couture, let me tell you a little bit about it. It is the hottest subscription program out there right now. For $19.99 a month, you get an 8.5 by 11 size transfer. They're called our B size transfers. And 3 individual packets of chalk paste to create your design. And you could go with our suggested PDF of the design, or you could watch our video, or you could do something totally off the wall and do whatever you want. You can mix and match transfers. You could just let your creativity go crazy and come up with your own idea. And then when you're done making it, make one for a friend. Because remember, our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times per transfer. Oh my goodness, what can we do for Christmas gifts? Can you just imagine? Wouldn't this just look absolutely adorable as a gift? Going someplace for Thanksgiving? Need to bring a little hostess gift? Whip out a little sign like this in less than an hour. It's handmade, it's cute, and it's perfect for the holidays. So, our Club Couture transfers are exclusive to designers and to club members. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about our Club Couture, just click on the first comment. I've got a link. Club Couture members get special perks from the company throughout the year. This month's perk is free shipping on any size order. Normally, Club Couture members get a reduced shipping amount of $4.95. And it really is a really good price for shipping, because generally with the paste and some of our chalkboards that can be very heavy or rather heavy, shipping is kind of expensive. So to be able to get a flat rate shipping all the time for just $4.95 really is a good deal. So I'm going to show you how you could speed dry this. I'm taking this transfer and laying it down on my fuzzing cloth, the other side. One side's terry, one side's a microfiber. And I'm laying it down on it, adhesive side up. I'm folding it over, squeezing out the moisture. And this will renew the adhesive. I'm going to set it aside to dry, sticky side up, and then I'm going to put its little backer on it and store it. I just want to lay it somewhere flat until it's fully dry. Today's the first of the month, and the first of the month is when we find out about different deals and specials and whatever else, and we've got some really cool things happening right now. we have Black Friday specials all month long. Starting today through next Sunday, we have a select number of transfers, of holiday transfers, that are 30% off. And actually, I could put a link down here. You know what? I'll add it below the first comment when I'm done with the video to actually check out the specials. They're really cool. They're all holiday transfers, and our cutting board is also on special. Our cutting board and our house cutouts are also 30% off. So check them out. Now I need an opinion on this. Should I go with this red ribbon or the gold ribbon? I don't have a lot of gold, just the sleigh and the reindeer. Now the chalk paste will take maybe 8 minutes to dry. When you're using a shimmer, it takes a little bit longer for the shimmer. It looks pretty much like it's dry to me though anyway, so I think we're good to go with adding a ribbon to this. Do you think the red or the gold? I'm thinking probably the red to balance with the reindeer parking. Both? You know what? I would go both if they weren't both busy. This has got snowflakes in white and green, and this has got snowflakes, whoops, kind of got this a little wrinkled, in white. So I think I wouldn't put them together just because they're a little both too busy. How about we go with the red to counterbalance the reindeer parking? Okay, let me move this aside while I make the ribbon. Oops, sorry, Mags. Trying to decide. I should have thought this before I went down this road. I should have given a little thought to what I wanted the ribbon to look like. Let me grab my tails here and cut them off, and then I'm going to do something else. It might be kind of long of tails. We'll see. Mine just totally blanked. Wait a second. Those tails, where did I put my, here we go. Oops. Okay. want to overlap that a little bit. This one's a little bit smaller, that's fine. And of course, I forgot my zip ties. That's just not my brightest move here. Give me a sec. Oh, let's see what I could use in place of that. I'm just going to make a little slip knot with some yarn and use the yarn to kind of scrunch it up. And then I'll put a little loop over it and put the tails on. Not my best move here, hang on. Let me try that again. Excuse me one moment. I'm almost done. Can I help you, sweetie? Can you give me a few more? Here, give me your ears. Let me check them. Give me your ears. They're not working or they're not loud enough? Oh, try this. That'll be nice and loud. Sorry, had Mom watching TV, and her TV ears were not functioning quite right. Okay, let me get these loops in here and get this scrunch together.
They're clean and dirty when it's all there.
Can I, you know what? Can you, oh, shh. Honey, I'm doing a live for Facebook. Can you give me a few minutes?
How about me?
As soon as I'm done, give me about 5 more minutes, sweetie, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. We want to go watch TV?
Oh, answer that.
Okay, go watch TV and I'll come get you, okay?
All right, I'll bring it in.
Okay. Oh, I just need a little thing for the middle and then my tails. Let me grab them. Oops. Tails are probably a little bit long on this. Yeah, I'd say so. Well, maybe we don't need a tail. Maybe not. Might just interfere with the look anyway. So all I want to do is cover this up. And actually, I need a glue dot and I don't have them out here, so I'm gonna have to go grab them, but just go with a little bow like this. I don't know if we should add the tails or not. We could, but I kind of cut them long. Whoops. And it might be detracting, I think, without the tails. Otherwise, we're gonna be covering the thing. So basically, whoops, let's get my fingers out of there. This would be it. For the ones that are on sale right now, sure, Deb, just go to the site. You know what, let me add that link right now, and all you have to do is click on specials, and it'll bring up all the ones that are on sale. Now they're on sale on sale while supplies last, or till Sunday, whatever comes first. So there's a little bit of a, if there's something you really want, don't wait, grab it, because there are limited quantities on them. Okay, I'm going to add this. The first link on here is for Club Couture to find out more about the club. And the next link will take you to the specials. Whoops, that didn't really work, did it? Hang on, let me fix this. Okay. Anyway, basically, they're all holiday this week. They're all holiday transfers that are on sale. They're not all of our holidays. They're select holiday transfers that are on sale at 30% off. So it's really a good deal. If you'd like information about Club, click on the first link in the comment. If you like information or you'd like to actually see the specials, click on the second link. Let me go back and tell you a little bit more about one other part of the special. These are Black Friday deals that are starting Monday today up through Sunday. There is one little exception to the 30% off. We've got one thing that is called Black Friday Holiday Hoopla Mystery Pack. That'll be listed in the specials, but let me tell you a little bit about it. It's up to 60% off select holiday transfers. This is a mystery bundle. It runs from November 1st through the 7th. It includes 7 surprise holiday chalk transfer designs in various sizes. It's only available while supplies last. Original retail value of $159.93 in US, $206.43 in Canada. Black Friday sale price today through Sunday while supplies last, $59 in the US, $75 in Canada. That's the Black Friday Holiday Hoopla Mystery Pack. That's an excellent deal. Now, of course, there's other transfers that are 30% off if you don't want to take a chance on the mystery pack, but that's a cool way to add to your library of transfers right in time for the holiday. Cool deal. Okay, I'm going to put my cover or my carrier sheet back on. My transfer, it's dry now. Whoops. And you always want to put the carrier sheet onto the transfer, never the transfer onto the carrier sheet, because the transfer is sticky. So lay it down, or you have it laying down, adhesive side up. You take the transfer glossy side to the adhesive, line it up with one corner, line it up with the next, smooth it down, and that's all there's to it. Put it back in its little cellophane envelope. I basically hang mine in an armoire, but the smaller transfers like the A and the B size, like this V, would fit fine in a drawer if you could lie them flat. Really depends what you want to do with them, how you want to handle them. Some people put them in a portfolio. I hang them with little hooks and little clamps that go here, and they just hang in my little armoire till the next time I want to use them. And that's really all there is to it. Our chalk paste is water soluble, so cleanup's easy peasy.
Can't hear it.
Okay, and I need to go make Mom a little snack that I promised her I'd be really quick. So it's, I guess, time for some pound cake and a cup of coffee for her. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I surely do appreciate it. I don't know what I'm stuck on down here. Let me try and straighten this out. There we go. Have a nice evening. See you soon.